Hi, and welcome back to the Glittering Library. So I know it's been a little while since I've been on here, but I just wanted to show you what my finished, other than like a couple of things, 2024 reading journal looked like. It is thick. I did a whole ton of reading, so I was just gonna do a flip through with you. So this is a Notebook Therapy original size journal, so it is smaller than an A5. So I have my title page in it. Then we go to the bookshelf. So this is the beginning part. All of the tealish color were physical books. The orange are audio. Purple were ARC books, and then the pink down here, that was for physical. And then we'll actually go went through this shelf, and then over here on the little wall shelves, then to my extra little tip in and the back of it. Yes, I read a lot. Please don't compare yourself to mine. I was on a ton of ARC teams, so this was the first section of them, and then going through all of the books that I wound up reading this year or listening to. I had a ton of books that I really enjoyed. It was definitely a different experience making a reading journal. I've never done one before, so actually seeing the books that I read in like a physical kind of form, that was definitely a different experience, which I really enjoyed. So I had made my own rating stickers along with my own spice rating little stickers on the Cricut. You can kind of tell that some of the book covers are shiny and some are matte. I went from printing them just on my printer to I got an HP sprocket and was printing them on there. So the shiny ones are from the HP sprocket. Which I have really enjoyed using. It's been so much fun using it. That was where I wound up at the end of the year. As you can tell, I had to add in a few extra pages. These were all of my anticipated releases for the year. And then coming into 25, I don't just have like one favorite book a month. So these were part one. I think this was the first half of the year of the ones that were my standout books. Then I just did a monthly kind of overview of how many books I read, my average rating, and the total number of pages per month. I think this is one of my favorite setups I did since it was during the Olympics that I drew the Eiffel Tower or some version of it. I'm a huge Florida Gator football fan, so I had to have football for September, even though we didn't do super great this year. Hopefully better next year. And then these are actually watercolors. I had found a Halloween stamp and then decided to paint it in. One of my squirrels did something with their sticker. I'll have to figure out what that's from. Yes, December I read a lot. I was trying to catch up on all of my ARC books for the year. As many as I could read that I hadn't read. So, grand total numbers. Yes, that is a lot of books. I think this is the most I've ever read. That's a ton of pages. Average 4.25. So I really liked most of the books. The most read authors I had this year, L.J. Andrews. If you have not read the Broken Kingdoms series or the sort of spinoff of the Everseas, pick up her books. Frankie Diane Malice, the same. The Daughter of the Drowned Empire. So good. CJ Archer, I got into her books this year. She has a lot of like historical kind of books that she's done. I mostly listen to hers by audio. Geneva Lee, if you have not read hers, she did the Filthy Rich Vampires and Filthy Rich Fae books. Charlene Harris, the Sookie Stackhouse, True Blood books. Those are hilarious, listening to those on audio. So I wound up doing my top 10 favorites of the year. If you have not read any of these, you need to. Butcher Blackbird, I think at this point everybody's kind of heard of it. Same with Apprentice to the Villain. Miss Thief, LJ Andrews, Queen's Blade. If you have not read this series, whoa, you need to. You need to read it. So far, it's a 2-book series of The Queen's Blade and The Blood Witch by Evelyn Ward. Wow, they are so good. Follow these assassins for the queen. They're super spicy. Vampires are in it. Shifters are in it. I believe Fae are in it. Anyway, it's just so good. I can't wait for the 3rd book to come out. Witches, that's the main part of it. Yeah, so good. The Veiled Heir. This one is by S.T. Fernandez. Let me find the book on here so I can show it to you. Yes, The Veiled Heir. Right there. And then the novella that went with it of The Forbidden King. So good. The Lost City of Atlantis, which is off the coast of Florida. Absolutely hilarious concept in my point of view. But the heir doesn't know she's part of the merfolk. Never knew it. She has to learn how to be part of it. So good. In the Wake of the Wicked. This one is by V.B. Lacey. I am obsessed with this cover. I don't know how well you can see that. Snake, crown, green, black. Definitely gives Reputation vibes. So good. It's like a Hunger Games style tournament, but with magic. Instead of true Hunger Games, like it's a 3 trial tournament of who has the best magic to win the ultimate magic for your sector. So good. I cannot wait for this world. No spice in it, but it is good. Avalon Tower by C.N. Where is it? Avalon Tower by C.N. Crawford, and then the second book, Veil of Dreams, C.N. Crawford and Alex Rivers. A like Fae Assassin's Academy that's kind of with King Arthur, and there's battles, there's romance. It's so good. I loved this. Restless Stars, Zodiac Academy 9. Oh, so many things get wrapped up, but oh, so much heartbreak. If you have not gotten into the Twisted Sisters world and subjected yourself to Zodiac Academy, just be aware. Book 1, they are kind of bullies. But if you can get back, if you can get past book 1, possibly even book 2, then you will fall in love with the characters. I am obsessed with this entire series. It starts with, either the Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac Academy. You can start either one. I recommend Ruthless Boys first. Get to learn all the characters before you meet them in Zodiac Academy. And then you have Dartmoor Penitentiary, which ended also last year, which I was very sad to completely leave that world, but Zodiac is definitely on my list. Blood Orange, I listened to this one as an audiobook. It is by Karina Hale that, wow, it is Dracula's version of how Dracula should have gone, and kind of his interpretation of everything. That's book one of a duology that I highly recommend. Blood Orange. It is very, very spicy. Just be prepared for that. Daughter of the Drowned Empire. I would have put the entire series on here, but that's book one, so I have to put it on here. Frankie Diane Malice. Cleopatra-esque, Romanesque, warriors. She's a princess. Her bodyguard to protect her. That, I mean, it's full on everything you would want in a book. It is so good. So anyway, moving on. Zodiac, I added my little pop-up phoenixes. If you know, you know. That is my summary of the last book. If you don't want to know, don't read it. And then I made a little like waterfall kind of tab of all the books. Attempted to. It didn't fully turn out right, but that was what I attempted to do. I adore the series. I love the characters. Orion will always be one of my favorites from this entire series. Drowned Empire, yeah, this at the moment it is 5 books. There are a total of, or there will be a total, well, at the moment there's 5 books. The 6th book is coming out in just a few months. I am so looking forward to it. Cleopatra, Roman-esque warriors, whole court system, princesses, court intrigue, magic, battles. It's, I can't even fully describe it right now. It's just, you need to read it. It is so good. It is so addicting. Ryan is one of my top book boyfriends. Butcher Blackbird, Leather and Lark. I adore these series. I never would have thought that I would have gone for books about serial killers becoming friends and annual competitions. And then book 2. I'm so ready for book 3 to come out and see what happens with the next couple. So this was part 2 of my art teams. I did the Reading Around the World challenge, or attempted to. This is as far as I kind of got this year. More countries than I thought I'd get. Then I did the year in, what is it called? Year in Aeldia? The Aurelium Academy. I did this year. Spring Equinox Challenge. Autumn Equinox. Not sure I'm going to do the individual equinoxes again, but we'll see. I'm going to try to do the year in Aurelia. All right, so ARC reviews. I wound up being on 90 different teams. I did not get all of them read. I apologize if I did not get your book read last year. I will definitely get to it this year, I promise. I think I was about 15 or so short of the full 90. So these were just my reviews that I also put online on both my Goodreads, and a lot of them went on my Instagram. They're also on Amazon. Some of them made it to StoryGraph, at least all of the ratings made it to StoryGraph. Not necessarily all the reviews. But I wound up putting a lot of them in here, which, yes, it's a lot. That's why I'm just kind of going through them real fast. If you want to pause and read any of them, you're more than welcome to. I tried, for the most part, to keep spoilers out. But then I just started going back to my normal way in books of just kind of like bullet points, short sentences. This was the rest of my favorites for the year. So this was the whole second half of the year of all of my favorite books. These were so good. I got so into them. I was very impressed with a lot of them. Then this was part 3 of the art teams. Like I said, there were a lot. Yeah, there were a lot. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed so many of them. I wish not all of them had been due at the same time so that I could have enjoyed them more. Then I had to put in Romantasy Book Con. More of the reviews. These I still haven't fully finished. That's what I said. It's mostly finished. Some things aren't, but I will get back to them eventually. I did Aaron Smith's Bewitched book bingo in October, and I wound up getting 30 something points. I don't remember exactly how many I had, but it was enough that I am a haunted scholar. And then these were the books that I used for that. More reviews and more from BookCon, my thoughts on it. And then what's to come is still things from Disney Springs and anything else I kind of wanted to add. But that is my flip through for 2024. So please be on the lookout for my updated January setup and my flip through for January setting up February coming very soon. So thanks for sticking with me. Hope you've had a great New Year. Hope you had a great Christmas and New Year. And I will see you soon. Thanks. Bye.